What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Millionaire Locator. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Sterling Wooten, apartment specialist in the state of Texas. I created Lux Life Locating when I have tons of agents throughout all the major cities of Texas. Now, today in this video, I do want to focus on what exactly do you need to get started in apartment locating and what is everything that you need to be successful as far as the tools, any strategies that you think that you possibly need to be successful. So to start off, you have to get your license. If you did not know, every state is different, but 90% of them are the same. You need a real estate license to get started with apartment locating. Again, check your state's laws to see exactly do you need it and what else do you need to get started. But again, majority of the states, all you need is your real estate license. So sign up for your course, take the test, pass the test. And once you pass your test, you want to find the correct brokerage. Now, I want to stop and emphasize on this because not every brokerage focuses on apartment locating. Some just focus on sales, some focus on commercial. So if you want to do locating work with renters, you need to make sure that your brokerage has some type of department that specializes in locating. The reason I'm emphasizing this is because you don't want to give it a brokerage that's doing something completely different from the niche that you want to focus on. Now you're having to do extra work to just get your checks or to learn how to close deals. A great example, I started off with Keller Williams, but again, I was doing traditional home sales at first. But once I learned about apartment locating, I was trying to do it there, trying to chase all these checks, trying to learn good scripts, how to get content. I did have to learn everything on my own versus if I would have went to a brokerage that already focused on apartment locating, it would have been a lot easier because they have departments that invoice for you. They have lease verifications. They have content for you. They have strategies that work for apartment locating. So that's step one. Make sure that you're choosing the correct brokerage because you don't want to get to the wrong brokerage when you're trying to focus on rentals and locating. Now you're doing a lot more work, and then especially if this is your first year, you can get burned out, and you want to decrease that as much as possible. So that's one. Make sure that the brokerage you're signing up is focusing on the niche that you want. After that, the thing I like to tell people to set up when they get started is some type of CRM. Now, you may not have any clients or you may have clients already, but why do I like to focus on a CRM first before anything else? This is the meat and potatoes of your business. This is the gold mine of your business. This is what keeps your business running and keeps you organized is a CRM. What is a CRM? A customer's relationship manager. So this is where you put all your clients in, your new clients, your referrals, people that ghosted you, everybody that comes to your sphere, to your business, you're going to enter into the CRM. Now, I like to emphasize this on starting off because you never know how your business may go. If you're already set up from the jump, everything's gonna go a lot smoother. Say if you make a certain post and that post goes viral, now you're getting tons of different leads. You're not knowing where to put these leads, how to manage them. So if you can just start with the CRM, have the CRM already ready, then you can just plug and put people in there. Now, what is the CRM that I use? I use Agent Access. It's a great CRM for realtors actually and for apartment locators. It helps you put people in certain categories, and you even if you're working with buyers, you have a buyer side as well, and it has a lot of AI automation. So Agent Access is one that I use and that I do prefer other realtors to use because it makes our job a lot easier. So brokerage, CRM. Now, after that, what is something that I believe that you should have? Everybody should have some type of phone, camera, whatever that is. It's 2026. I know most of us have iPhones, smartphones, Androids, whatever kind of phone that you have, it has a nice camera. So the reason you want this is one, it's how you're going to talk to all your clients, all your leads. And two, content. Content is a big thing when it comes to being in real estate, especially in this era right now. You don't have to door knock. You don't have to cold call people really. You can make a post that reaches thousands of people, if not millions of people, if it doesn't go viral. And these people will reach out to you, wanted to work with you, wanted to know about the specific deal. And now you're getting leads this way because you're using your cell phone, the smart device, to put out deals that way versus how they did in the traditional way, going door knocking, cold calling all these different people. You can just make one simple post from your apartment, and now you have thousands of leads coming to work in with you. So definitely have some type of smartphone to where you use for content and to manage your CRM as well and talk to all your clients. So after that, another thing that I like to tell people to have in this era is some type of social media presence as well. Whether that's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, or all the platforms. Me personally, I use every single platform every single day. Like you all watch me on YouTube, people watch me on TikTok, people watch me on Instagram, people find me on Facebook. So have some type of social media presence. This is going to definitely help you out in the long run, and it's going to also help create that brand. You know, this constantly showing your face, constantly giving out tips, giving out apartment gems, apartment deals. And when you're showing your face with that, it just allows people to come more comfortable with you and build that rapport versus having to actually meet them in person all the time. You could build that rapport online. It's called omnipresence, and that is something that I take very personal when it comes to my business. I post 3 times a day on all platforms, 1 time a day on YouTube, just because I understand the importance of omnipresence. I understand the importance of being top of mind when somebody's, damn, my lease is about to go up. Who can I hit? The first person they're going to think of is me, because I'm always on their story. I'm always somewhere on their feed. So definitely have a social media. You don't have to be the most tech savvy person to have a social media, and you will get better with time. You're just starting off. You may have to get over that hump of, I'm not comfortable. I feel cringy talking on the camera. I understand that. We all been through it, but we're here to make money. We're not here to make nobody else feel comfortable. We're here to do the best of our ability to help people find the best deals and to put money in our pocket. So get on camera. Even me talking to YouTube, this is something new to me. It's something I had to get used to, but over time, you build that confidence, you build the consistency, and then your brand explodes. So social media is very important. Now, another thing that you do need when it comes to locating is some type of apartment database. Now, you can use Agent Access for this as well. It's the CRM and apartment database all in one. Now, what exactly is an apartment database? So it pretty much gives you the apartment names, the commission rates, the floor plans they have, the availability, the rates, any specials, pictures, anything that you would need to send out to a client. So the reason I like to focus on an apartment database versus using something free like apartments.com is, one, time. Going through apartments.com, having to look, see every single apartment, call them, make sure the deal is correct. That is very tedious and it takes a lot of time. It'll probably take you 30 minutes to an hour just to send one client a list. Versus when I use Agent Access, I'm able to just put in the client's criteria, and then it will narrow down a list of options that fit that criteria specific to that client. And I can just press a few options and send automatically. It literally takes me 5-10 minutes max to make an apartment list. And that way I'm able to work with multiple people. You know, sometimes I heard agents reach out to me saying, I'm only able to work with a few clients. It takes me this long to make a list. That's because you're not using some type of database, something like Agent Access that can narrow down options within seconds and then send it out to that client with the pictures, with availability, with everything that they would need to find an apartment. It will be within that link. Now, I want to let you all know that these databases aren't free, you know, versus apartments.com. But again, it's definitely worth it, because versus somebody working with 2 people every hour, I'm probably doing 10 people every hour, you know, and it's a numbers game, especially with locating. So out of those 2 people, maybe we say minimum you're going to get around $1,500 for those people. That's $3,000 for that hour that you possibly can make. Versus me, I'm working with 10 different people in that hour. That's about $15K within that time frame. So it's just a numbers game. Keep that in mind. So you do want to make sure that you're saving time and that you're efficient as well. You don't want to have people waiting on list or the list not be accurate. these databases, especially with AI, are very accurate, or accurate as they could possibly be, even though apartment databases do change hourly, so they can never be 100% accurate. But I'll say the agent access that I use is at least 99, or I'll say 95%. It updates every 24 hours. So something may be gone within the time frame you sent it, but that's very rare. It's very rare that does happen, but you just want to make sure that you are getting to your clients in an efficient time frame. So those are the things that I believe you need to start as an apartment locator. Again, you don't need anything fancy clothes, fancy camera. If you have a phone, I'm in a t-shirt. I tour in jogging pants sometimes, especially if it's people I worked with. But sometimes they're coming from out of state. I will change it up. Make sure, I am looking presentable. But you don't really need much to start with locating and to actually keep going. Even to this day, I don't dress up. I don't wear suits. I don't wear fancy clothes unless I'm doing a closing or it's a certain type of client. You can really just be yourself, be more down. I'm not gonna say down to earth, but just be more relaxed when it comes to locating. People want to feel like the person they're working with isn't just upstick person. They're actually a cool, laid back, open, honest girl or guy. So that's why I always emphasize being yourself. Honestly, you don't have to put on the more salesy type of vibe than you do with real estate. Obviously, it's homes, more money, more emotions being involved. So you do have to present more in a certain way. Like, even to this day, I still sell homes and I keep the same vibe, but I know when and how I need to flip it. So those are the things that I think that you need to start off being a locator in 2026. Now, if you want a full breakdown and guide exactly how to be successful, you can check out the Millionaire Locator as I give you a breakdown on how to be successful in the real estate market as a locator. Or if you want a full course, you want a full training, full modules, scripts, everything to get you started from point A to Z on how I built a multiple six-figure business, you could definitely check off Rich Off Apartments. I will put the link down below to where you all can check both of those links out to see which one could possibly help you out in your